Miss Vito, but I'm telling you that it's real.
I understand that it's trying to hesitate. But she was. Her and this other guy was messing around. She came back around when we was living together. Okay? And I feel like, maybe she's still been messing with this guy. Because all of a sudden, like she said, we've been together 5 years. The first time she ever got pregnant. She comes back around, boom, baby. Like, what's going on?
All right, so it felt strange to you as well.
Yes, ma'am.
So, there was so much emotion. And that's because I know the stakes are really high today. You need to submit a video. And it really shows how committed he is to her.
She got pregnant, the day in labor, in the hospital. I was going to be a father to this child. I've been there since day one. The baby shower.
Still.
I am. Just because, past, and, just.
And the last time you were in court?
The last time I was in court, came out, not yours. But the signs are there, too many people saying that I need to be sure.
And that's what's so heartbreaking about this situation. I understand about it. Everybody has a past. Stop pushing rewind. Stop making other people pay for what other women did. I'm not those women. If I was like that, then how should I be with you? Just like you heard me think about the 5 years we've been together, Mrs. Bolton. The things that you told me that wasn't only infidelity, but every time you have a doubt, here I am putting myself. Why you want a birth certificate? Why did you stay so long and then turn around and say, oh, she's not mine? Do you have any idea how that hurts? Of course I'm gonna flip out. I don't hurt you like that. And even when you hurt me, you know that I find the strength to still say something to encourage. Exactly. So let's get to the results because the truth is always the greatest starting point. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and read as follows. In the case of Vito, V. Bolton, when it comes to the paternity of Ileana Bolton, and as to whether Mr. Bolton is her biological father, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Bolton,
Everything speaks for itself, because that's what you're talking about. Actions.
Was he the father? Yeah. He's sweet.
Mr. Davis, you claim you have legitimate reasons to was talking to you. Sure. No. Shut up. Mr. Davis, first of all, I don't want you. Now you can take it to the street and you'll be out on the street. Because we're not going to act that way. Now you came to get some answers. Don't think for 1 minute that I'm minimizing the pain and the anguish and the absolute frustration that I sit and feel. Because unless you give each other a chance to talk, we cannot get past. If you want answers, you got to let them talk. Might not be what you want to hear, but you know, what make a man go to the store and get toys for 2 of 3 children and walk into a house and disappoint a child for no reason? You should have brought her a toy. It should have been your child if she was your enemy's child. She should have brought her something because she's a child. That's what I want you to try to explain to this woman.
As I said before, mother stepped around.
Okay.
When we first got together, when I first met her, that's when I first started. Always being the man that I am, and I'm not gonna say I was an angel, because I wasn't.
Okay.
You know, I slept around too before I met her.
Okay.
So, you know, it wasn't like I was a deadbeat, as they may want to assume that I was, but I was not a deadbeat. If they knew the whole picture instead of half the picture, I believe I was talking to the judge.
With their mother, you would have a child, but then you question whether or not that child is yours.
Exactly.
But then you end up back in the relationship
We seesaw back and forth.
only to have another child,
I don't even know if that child was mine.
then you question if it was yours.
Right, that was my first child. Like I said, when I met her, and she had 3 kids before I met her.
That has nothing to do with what's going on now.
You know, why we was I don't believe I was talking about that.
Why not open promises then?
Okay.
Why sit right there and look at them now?
Can I ask you a question?
If you show up to my restaurant yesterday, what did you do? Mr. Davis, let her speak. I asked you, 2005, that's the last time I seen your face since 2013. I asked you, all you gotta do whatever the case is. Show up to my graduation. You can say I'm lying or whatever. My brother right here can vouch for it. Two tickets to you. At the end of the day, when you confirm or when you walk that stage, he wasn't there.
She never called me. She never called me.
The Lord is gonna send you straight to hell in his life. I understand that you're saying this relationship was on and off. You were but you're saying that this happened throughout the relationship. Why so much difference when it comes to Cheryl? Why so much difference when it comes to
I had my doubts because the mother slept around. Not only on me, but before.
why do you ask that?
I treated the
Your
judge.
doubt is projected.
I treated her like that.
Even if you not giving up money, call, come see. I got so you ain't got no money.
You never talked to me.
No, you know,
No, talk to
and at
the
that, I didn't have a man figure like in my life to tell me how to treat guys like guys treat me, so you know, the guys like for love and everything. Like I'll get back on 1 minute and you go next minute, I can have to come in, be gone or whatever. It's just like he have not been
So you were sleeping around, you were promiscuous, you could not,
I don't fall too far.
you feel like you were looking for a father? Leave it alone and talk to me because he's showing you his status. Leave it alone. Mr. Davis, all I'm suggesting to you is as you condemn your mother, keep in mind you already admitted to the court that you were in an on-and-off relationship with her for many years. So to say that you're being all too far from the tree criticizing her, what I'm saying to
Yes, ma'am.
Well, how long has it been?
I've been in this child support since 1993. I have proof of around this thing. I don't know where it's going. I don't know where it's at. I went to the children's family.
Let's have some order. Ladies, how far behind is you? About 7,000. Now, Mr. Davis, are you behind the child support payment? Do you have any idea how much?
Well, yes, like I said, I have proof showing here from 2012.
What proof is that you sent?
Okay, this proof shows the date, the last date, which is the date that you see here.
So can you hand that to me, please?
September 2012. And it shows the marriage right here says 28,000. Once it's up there, like I said, the last count I got was 60,000. And I don't know where the money's going from because they don't miss every check I ever got. I don't quit my job because I'm in child support and went out to another job. I don't do that. I stick up to my responsibility because that's the reason I was there. Carlita's paying for me to survive. That's she paying for me to survive.
Mr. Davis, I will see this. I see small payments here throughout the years, and you've been making consistent payments. What I'm trying to understand is this an issue with you and the DNA test and wanting to know whether or not you're really their father? Is this about the illnesses, or is this about this huge
It's both.
child support?
Anyone outweighs the other.
Please step up to the podium and state your name. My name is Carlita Davis. I'm Miss Davis. So please tell me this child support situation and this huge debt that he owes. Are you aware that he is making
Yes,
these payments?
the point of it is they take it. I've been married to Johnny 22 years. Never an income tax check has came into our house. It goes to them. I don't know where. I filed with my husband with my 3 checks that I had. They took it. It took me 3 years to fight to get back $700 of my money. This is what I'm saying. He should be paying child support, and I don't knock him not paying. But what I'm saying is, if they take it out the check, they take the check out.
Thank you so much, Mr. Davis, for your testimony. Actually, you're supposed to ask questions to the court or talk to the court. I'm sorry, but what is it that you are curious about?
Because I want to know, because she ain't never lied to me, not one time in my life.
So you have with her
Because it's child support. No, darling. I'm not just here because of child support. No, and I work against the law. And I'm not going to shoot out this no. I know. It's not true. It's not true.
Cheryl, I see when you were speaking to Miss Davis, you were more emotional than when you were speaking to Mr. Davis.
Treats me right. When he treated me differently from both of them, she was the person right there. Treat her the same way. She was always the mediator.
This is really I can see that.
It pisses me off. It does.
There's no child that should have to go through what you went through. Like I said, I don't care if you were the enemy's child. There should have been a toy there for you as well, because you were a child. Wait until Mr. Davis those toys. What is that for?
Why are you yelling?
I don't know what that is.
How you gonna treat them two just so holy? And she didn't even care. She didn't even want to be around you. I'm the one chasing after your love. And you get up here, you want to act like all this never happened. Come on, dude, miss me with all of that. Come on. As far as a relationship, any of that, all that's out the door. I don't want to talk to him. Lose my number. Don't try to contact me. None of that. I want none of that.
Mr. Davis, those
everybody's children. Because at the end of the day, they are only here because you made them. And all they wanted from you was love and attention. What every child wants. There's so much going on here. If only you can start making amends for this and start changing. Miss Tisby, you were in love with this, and then you claim he has been ducking your request for a DNA test for your daughter, Jordan. You and your mother say you better step up and be a daddy when today's results prove what you've always known, that he is trying to stop. Is that correct? Mr. Morgan, you say the plaintiff is delusional, is only trying to use you for money, and when the results reveal you are not your child's biological father, you want her out of your life for good.
Correct.
Mr. Morgan, you say she's using you for your money? Explain.
They come around, they simply ask for like different items or something like that. And from day one, I've been asking for a blood test. That was from day one.
Do you always ask them for money, Miss Tennessee?
No,
You don't?
I don't need no money from my guy. Take care of my own child.
You've done nothing for the child, Mr. Porter?
I have not. From the beginning, from the very beginning, I've been asking for a blood test. She came forth to me and told me about it after we had stopped communicating for a couple of months, well, maybe 3 or 4 months. But after that, she contacted me, told me that she was pregnant, and that there was a possibility there was another guy. So however, in between time, in the meantime, it's continued, on and on, here, there, pop up. Oh, you gonna do something for a call, come around the family house, stuff like that.
Did you tell me there was a possibility it could be another guy, Miss Tisby?
Yes.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
So admittedly.
Yes.
All right, take me back. I want to understand the nature of this relationship.
I don't know how the party how it felt, but it was just simply kicking it with me. Yes, sir.
So it was just casual relationship.
Yes, sir.
I was in a relationship.
What gave you the indication that you thought you were in a relationship?
Because basically he was coming around the whole time. He just told me he loved me.
That sounds like a relationship. You love her. You come around all
I
that.
got love for her, but not in love with her. Not at all. She came about at a time in my life where, I was kind of down and out, and me and her both was helping each other. You see what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden, the baby situation came about, when I told her from the beginning, since it was another guy, I want a blood test. That's
I
why I'm
was
receiving it.
telling you,
How long were you all seeing each other casual? She said almost a year.
I thought we was in a relationship. And
I used to go get him to bring him to her.
Yeah, that's a definite feel. I got 3 cars, so come pick me up.
Come on.
I never come pick you up.
Pick me up.
I never come pick you up. Me and my
No,
husband,
you never can pick
we
me up.
never came pick you up and brought you to the house.
No,
No.
So wait a minute, you pick him up and bring him over to your house?
I bring it to my own house. Next door to each other. We have 2-stair house. She stayed on one side of the house, and I had my own house.
So wait a minute, Miss Tisby, what you're saying is you saw firsthand that you believe your daughter and Mr. Porter were in a relationship.
But that night, he creeped that night. And sometimes I see him sometimes, in the daytime, but in his face, he was standing there at night. They were together. They used to be together.
That's at night.
Not just that night. In daytime, he'll be there in daytime. But he was just messing with him. Oh, I know for a fact.
So that's what you're saying. Your testimony is that you know your daughter wasn't seeing anyone else during the time she was with Mr. Porter.
No, nobody but him.
Miss Tisby, you told him, you admitted there was another guy. You told him that. Did you? So was there another guy?
No. Mm-mm. I just said it because you're a niece. She didn't know me.
Oh, you just said that. Okay, so you're saying there wasn't another guy. You said that. So
she has a medical condition. She was in the hospital. During the time or whatever the case was, after she told me about the pregnancy, the guy supposedly jumped on her in the hospital. And from that point, that's when she came out to me. Like, it's supposed to be him.
Talk. Yeah, I was with him. I was with the man. But
You just told me that you pregnant.
I thought we broke up. We broke up and I got with him. And that's how when I found out I
It
was
wasn't
pregnant.
the guy, right?
It wasn't.
I want to Miss Tisby,
The day one, yeah, I was in the wrong.
Where's
Mr. Quarterman was there or not there?
No, he was, when I was pregnant, I told him everything. He told me when I was pregnant, he told me my son and everything, doing all that. But now she's not doing it.
Tell me about the birth.
On the 16th of April, I am, and on the 17th, they told me to come in the hospital because my little girl passed away.
It's after this one, stand up for women.
So what you're saying is, really was a twin,
Yeah, she's a twin.
and there was another baby.
She was 7 days old. I have her, and she passed away 7 days after I had her.
And she passed away. I'm sorry. Did you inform Mr. Quarterman?
This is why I won't call him, because my mom and my cousin called. Because I wasn't home to nobody but my baby.
Yes.
I ain't have time for nobody but her. And I can't sleep at night because of my 2 years I haven't been asleep. Because I think about my baby.
Yes.
And I came and told him, me and my friend went around there and told him, his baby was in the past. You told me to get away from his house. Why the heck I came around there? Told me to get away from his house. I said, your baby been to Paris, her last breath. Her last breath.
Man,
Yes, Mr. Quarterman.
if I hear me, you know, I'm just being totally honest. She crept up with I guess the preacher, whoever that was, doing the funeral, and she came and asked for,
Wasn't no room.
you see what I'm saying? Whatever it was,
Wasn't no money.
procession or whatever.
Nothing.
She came and asked for money.
No, I never told you nothing about no money.
Child.
Never need no money.
But that was
Never said nothing about no money. I heard my child was hard. I didn't know about the chance.
Let me understand the story. Go ahead, Mr. Quarterman.
I was running fast to the city, and they were saying that it was my child. I explained to her the possibility of guy, whatever, on a blood test, all this and that. Honestly, I'm not a bad person. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not going to pay or put up any type of money for a child that I live because I have 6 other kids.
What you mean? So tell me about 26.
Yes, ma'am, I have 6.
And you got 26.
My first set of kids are twins. Yes, ma'am. But I mean that it just happened.
So, Ms. Tisby, you believe since Mr. Quarterman has a set of twins, that even further confirms
You're
that
welcome.
he is Jordan's biological father.
Yes, ma'am.
And does that do anything for your belief?
I'm not being ignorant about the situation, but I don't see that. I don't see that having anything to do with it.
I get home, I'm going to sleep.
That's all.
Do you have any other twins in your family?
I got twin brothers.
So you felt like when they were having the funeral for the baby,
I never,
that they were just coming up to you asking you for money?
never asked for no money.
Even throughout the whole time, though, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a social media guy. I'm not a big fan of, the Instagram and all those stuff like that. But she had posted some things online asking, I guess Facebook about am I performing or not. Would you like to see?
Yes, I'd like to see that evidence. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you.
This is, what are you submitting to the court, sir?
This is just, from I guess a Facebook post that she had, and she was asking Facebook, do I look like a child, or whatever.
Oh, it's a split screen of baby Jordan.
Yes, ma'am.
And she wrote, do she look like him, yeah or no?
For us to be in a relationship and everything like that, that is a booking photo for when I got arrested. So, however, for me to be in a relationship with her, we ought to have pictures or, some kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, I know.
She got my booking photo off of Facebook.
Now that's
She
what
got
I'm
my
saying.
address off of Google.
So, Ms. Tisby, listen, the question seems to indicate you're looking for to take a poll as to whether people believe Jordan looks like Mr. Jordan. She looks like him, yeah or no? But you say yeah or no. Are you worried? Are you?
No, I said because he look like the other boy.
But like I said from the very beginning,
And I got pictures right here.
and another guy.
Baby pictures.
What evidence did you bring me? Let me see.
2 baby pictures of him. And one thing about it, y'all, listen to me. I understand what he trying to say, but if you lay with somebody, you got to pay the cost. Y'all lay together, was there, so
But you were there, Mom.
I was there.
Okay. And he asked if she needed anything, and he indicated that she looked like
One of his
his
son.
other son.
Yes.
All right.
And I
And that's why your daughter just handed up this particular evidence. The first picture is a picture of Mr. Quarterman as a baby. And then the next picture is a picture of Jordan. You feel like they look exactly alike.
Yes, ma'am.
And you say, even his family members say,
Yes.
both of us.
Yep. His mother did. See that little girl now? That's so pretty.
Donald,
She ain't to me.
give me water.
Hey, you gonna stand for, you ain't gotta bring a doctor. A child don't know about money.
Now,
They don't care about money.
So, Miss Tisby, listen, I can see the passion in your eyes, and as you speak about this beautiful baby, Jordan.
That's my baby. I don't know if Mama has fault. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
When she gets sick, she tell her grandma. You don't need nothing. You don't even good. When a little girl need to know her dad. Her dad. She don't need no money.
You're right about that. Every little girl needs their father.
Yep.
I think the reason why we're here is because, yes, we want her to know the truth.
I'm gonna continue to say I never tried to run from my responsibilities.
And that's what I did.
All I wanted was a blood test from the beginning.
Right, it's okay.
You gonna tell her, but if you want a blood test, I can't even again. So, well, I ain't gonna have you on the phone. Wait a minute. On the next phone call, $198. You could have got a blood test.
Listen, I have heard enough testimony. I understand how we arrived in this courtroom today now. I do. And I have the results for you. Are you ready? Round the envelope, please. In the case of Tisby versus Porter, when it comes to 2-year-old Jordan Tisby, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Quarterman, you are not the father.
You said what?
Who is the father? Who is the father?
Don't start clowning in here.
No, I ain't.
I asked you at least 3 times.
Mm-mm.
Was there anyone else?
Oh, man, that's who I don't know. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Do you know who Jordan's father is, Miss Tisby?
Can't be that way. Take the wheel, Jesus.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
I just making you
If
very
that's the way that
emotional.
oh,
Do you know where this man is that she's talking about?
I do.
Does he have an interest in being in her life?
If he tried to, I think I put police on him. I'm sorry. I'm not still love you.
Yes, ma'am.
You is a good person.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to be happy because you know who her father is, but the way mom is acting over there, I'm not so sure I'm that happy.
She's like,
Mm-hmm.
like she trusted the daughter. You understand? Like,
Son, Quanil,
she's been fighting for the daughter. That
Right.
result just came out. Like, you'll be surprised. Like,
is smiling and
she's trying to hide her shame. You understand?
Right, yep.
She's trying to hide her shame.
Oh my goodness.
I'm happy she apologized to the guy.
Yeah, yeah.
She was just trying to hide her shame. You see?
Mm.
She's a stick to win.
though you do admit to cheating on Mr. Jones with another man, you say you're unsure if you were already pregnant when you cheated. You say you're here today to prove to Mr. Jones and his meddling mother once and for all that Mr. Jones is without a doubt the biological father of baby Quanil Jr.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Jones, why do you feel Quanil Jr. is not your son's child?
Well, Your Honor, I contacted the court 3 days after the baby was born because I had watched my son break down in the hospital. You know, he was going to be devastated if his child was hurt. It doesn't make sense to not know.
And so how did you two meet?
My mother and my father was neighbors.
just tell him, she was like, you know, this Mr. Jones, he lived next door. We started, you know, just on a friendly note, you know, hey, how you doing? We'll sit down, we'll talk, laugh, joke, I go being intense to my kids. Eventually started like, I could tell it was a little more, he'd be like, why don't you come watch a movie sometime, or, you know, I wouldn't take him very seriously because it is an age difference between me and Mr. Jones.
So, why were you entertaining this?
When we started off, we were just friends. I go outside, smoke, he'll play with the boys, you know, my 6 other boys.
Became close with the kids and played with kids.
Yeah, he became real close.
And did you enjoy that interaction, having someone there, a father figure for your children?
Yeah, I did.
Did you all talk about having a baby, or was this a committed relationship? Was this just dating?
In the beginning, we were friends, like I said, and then we just eventually did have sexual relations. I didn't take it, you know, serious at the time. I was with my ex at the time. So,
Oh, you were? You were still with your ex?
yeah, so that's when I kind of, you know, leaned back off of Mr. Jones. But eventually I said how I was feeling about Mr. Jones. Even after we had sex or whatever, he was like, he was looking at it as a friendship. But my thing was, I don't have sex with my friends. I like to do more than I did for my ex out.
So, Mr. Jones, you thought this was just
I feel like once I approached her, you know what I'm saying, I tried to make her my lady, she chose her ex over me.
you felt like you were runner-up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I came to her and I came to her like, I like you, you know, or whatever like that, so to make something happen.
Once I started sleeping with Mr. Jones, I was no longer sleeping with my ex.
You knew that a likely consequence of having unprotected sex would be that you would become pregnant.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you discuss that with Mr. Jones?
He always said he couldn't have children, said the doctor told
Why
me.
did you say you couldn't have children, Mr. Jones?
Because I used to play sports in school or whatever, so I had to, you know, have a full body physical, but they told me that I wasn't able to have kids.
So during a physical, they told you you would be unable to have children.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, it was at a point where they had got to the point where they were serious to the point enough for her and her kids didn't have anywhere to go. So I offered for her and her kids to come to my house. That's how I thought that they were in a relationship.
So you thought they were in a relationship?
Yeah.
Because when her children didn't have anywhere to go, you said they could come and stay with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And they did.
When they came to stay with me and my mom, we was then in a relationship.
Yeah.
When they came and stayed.
Ms. Jones, in your suit, the suit you brought today, you're suing for $1,500 because you say she owes you some rent money because she was staying at your house.
Yes, ma'am.
But your testimony, you just stated that you invited her to come stay with you.
She had
Because she had nowhere to go.
She had nowhere to go. The bottom line, and I wasn't gonna leave her out there whether she had one or not, but eventually you're gonna get somewhere. I wanna look for what I'm looking for.
And your son was living there with Ms. Marlon and the children at first?
Yes. Bill.
When I just
Sound
like,
good.
come back home from the bar. You know what I'm saying? What happened was she was going through my phone or whatever like that. And she seen that I ended up conversating with my ex. So they started an argument. So I left that day. When I left, I went to a bar with my friends or whatever like that. My ex so happened to appear there.
We didn't leave.
Appear.
We left the prior.
Those exes always appear.
Yeah, this was the ex that I
Never
was.
disappear. They only appear.
Back to ex all the time. She knew about it. They were
No, we didn't have the ex all together. It was so much going on at the time. That's when I got so upset when I sent the text. I hadn't even been thinking about the ex. She had been out the picture this time for a second. The ex always appeared.
So now, when you're living with Miss Jones, the baby's born or are you pregnant?
No, this
No,
was
I
before the
think
baby
this
even
is
could
what
see.
it- yeah.
Even before
I mean,
sex?
imagine why conception could have happened then.
Mr. Jones, you took your one girlfriend and her kids, moved them into your mother's house, and then went with your ex.
Yes, pretty much. That's what
Yes,
it is.
Your Honor. Like you said, I'm young. It's a big age difference. I started getting a little, I got a little, you know, stressed out. You know what I'm saying? It's 6 kids, all boys, plus my mom, my two little sisters. You know what I'm saying? The house is packed. It was crowded. I got frustrated. I ain't gonna lie. that started to get to me.
Come morning, I have to go to work. So I'm calling him, I'm like, where are you? Where are you? You know I have to go to work. And he was like, he wasn't answering at first, and I was like getting mad. So I'm like, okay, I need you to be here because I wasn't comfortable with leaving her and all of her kids in my home unattended because she had so many. And by him leaving, I was like, okay, why am I doing this and you're not even here? My reason for doing it was for you.
Yeah.
Right. And so you say she's trying to trap your son.
I feel like she's trying to trap my son because she stopped taking her birth control. She said it was making her sick, but she should have started another birth control instead of stopping it altogether.
What would be her motive to trap your son?
She want to be with me.
She wants to have him in her life. Is that true, Ms. Myla? Why did you stop taking birth control?
I was sick. It was just making me sick.
And so how did you find out she was pregnant?
She called me and told me. I was with my ex. She called me.
Is it still your ex when you're back?
I'm gonna tell you.
She's still my ex. We wasn't together. When I was with my ex, we wasn't together. It just we had a long
Separated. I
relationship.
didn't
All
run
right,
back.
so get to the pregnancy part.
Okay.
She called. She said she was 3.5 weeks pregnant. I was like, "By who?" I said she said it's a possibility. It's yours. I know that. And then she was like, I had sex with my ex or whatever like that. So she was like, it's a possibility it could have been him too.
So she tells you.
She tells
right
me,
off
man,
the bat.
right off the
It could
bat.
be yours.
Straightforward.
It could be his.
When I found out she stopped taking the birth control, the first thing I done was I gave my son some condoms because she has 6 kids already and I know she's fertile. Use them.
Did you use them, Mr. Jones?
No.
See, you should.
Sometimes.
When you found out she was pregnant, even though she said it could be yours or it could be my ex's, did you step up?
Yes, ma'am.
You did.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to make sure. What's the possibility of being my child? I want to be there. I don't want to miss nothing. I want to be able to go back and tell these stories and say I was there doing this, doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he was being born, I'm right there holding her hand, watching everything. Yeah.
And you were there as well, Ms. Jones?
I was at the hospital, like I told my son, just be there until we find out otherwise because I raised him without a father. And every child needs their parents. And I don't want him to be the man that his father. I want him to be a better man. So
I understand.
She ain't have to lift a finger for nothing. I'm saying I did everything. Take care of the boys, make sure they going to school. I was, feeding her, doing the cleaning.
So did you ever tell the ex that he potentially could be the father
I
too?
told him first. I was around him at the time. I was feeling sick, and I was like, I knew I hadn't been out there that long also. But I did go to the store and get a pregnancy test, and it came out positive. I ended up telling Mr. Jones also, and he did his talking or whatever, but he ended up texting and it was like, okay, regardless of what, if this my child, I do want to be around. Let me know when you go to the doctor.
So you were there participating like the father. Did you sign the birth certificate?
no,
I didn't want anything because I wanted to be in that shit first.
Well, that was smart.
yeah, my son cried, Judge. When I say he cried, he literally broke down at this hospital. He literally cried and broke down because he was going to be devastated. And I felt his pain. I could literally feel his pain. That's why I contacted the court to help us. Because I wanted him to be sure.
And when you say he isn't sure, can you explain to me what the doubt
Don't know.
My brother passed and
Never give me my charger.
and during that time is around the time that she got pregnant. And she came to give her condolences and everything, but she came with another man. On another occasion, I'm at a friend's house playing dominoes. If the guy come to that house, it's like a different street. This guy come knocking on the door looking for her. And I'm like, you want to go outside?
Yeah, I had my doubt, but the doctor told me I wasn't doing that.
And so between you seeing her with other men, her admitting that she also slept with her ex, and then you being told, Mr. Jones, that you were sterile and wouldn't be able to have children, that's a lot of doubt for you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Mylan, you submitted a calendar to the court.
Yes, Mom.
This calendar outlines in red the date you were intimate with Mr. Jones. So that was June 28th. And then next it shows in yellow where you went for your ultrasound on August the 8th. have sex with him sometime during that window?
I want to say maybe 2 or 3 to 3 days after the 4th of July.
So it was 2 days after the 7th. This is when you had sex with X. That's still a very close window.
You know, and I ain't never been through this situation, and I do have 7 boys and all them. I always knew who my kid's father was.
You did sleep with both men during the window of today.
Yes, I did.
And so, Ms. Milo, what are your hopes for today?
I'm praying, like when I first found out, and I was like, God, please don't let this be, you know, my ex child. Even to the point where I was like, I'm gonna give it up for adoption. If I could just know off the muscle that it was his, you know. But I put the guy in here, and I was like, I told Mr. Jones, and he stepped up immediately, like, he was there the whole time, 2 months on up until now. He's been there, he's all.
And you named the baby Cleo.
Yes, I did.
That's
Always,
your last name because he didn't sign the birth certificate.
yeah.
So, what are your hopes, Mr. Jones and Ms. Jones? Do you hope the child is
We've been taking care of this child since the day he came out.
I love it.
And I will continue to do that. I just want my son to be sure that this is his child. If he's there and he's saying, Mama, this is my baby, that means me as a grandmother, I'm supposed to step up and take up what he's responsible for.
I feel like me and her kids had a relationship before I even met her.
Okay.
So they used to watch me play ball, you know, I used to teach them how to play ball and stuff like this. So I feel like that was there
He
before
was
her.
a real role model the whole time. Like, you know, as far as him being around the male and him being young, like I couldn't believe the attachment myself. Like they were ex-mom. Can we go out and get Mr. Jones, see if we want to play football or basketball, even to when they was, you know, having trouble in school. You know, mom,
And so he was always there for them.
he was always there. You know, he was always
So, in addition to the $1,500 you're suing for, you also spent money on diapers, wipes, formula, onesies,
Anything I thought he would
infant care
have.
items, and you provided the court with these receipts today.
Yes, ma'am, those are just a few.
I will deal with your suit after I get done with the results. First, I'm going to go to the results. Are we ready? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Jones versus Mylan, when it comes to 3-month-old Cornell Mylan, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Jones, you are not the father. I'm so sorry.
These girls gonna get be so confident and don't be.
You okay, Mr. Jones? I'm sorry. I hope you will find comfort in knowing that you did the right thing. No matter what you may have gotten wrong or right in the relationship with Ms. Mylan, you did right by this beautiful baby. As for your suit, Ms. Jones, for $1,500 for the room and board and for all of the expenses related to the child,
You know something, Judge? I don't need it anymore. She's gonna need everything that she has to take with her.
this is why it's an honor for me to sit here. Because I get to witness the power of forgiveness, humanity, compassion on a daily basis. Mr. Johnson, you are here with your wife, but you are positive her newborn daughter, Diari, is not your biological child. You have petitioned this court to grant your paternity test so you can get your name removed from the birth certificate. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mrs. Johnson, you say that despite your husband's fears, you are confident you fathered your daughter, and you intend to prove paternity today. Is this correct? Yes, Your Honor. This court must decide if there is sufficient evidence reference or whatever. I feel like my kids don't deserve this. My daughter don't. She's only 10 days old. Like, she shouldn't have to be the black sheep of the family.
Just trying to protect myself.
Right.
You know?
And
I'm not trying to
doing,
hurt anyone, but I'm just trying to protect myself.
right, and in doing that, she feels you separating from the family. So we know that there is a lot on the line here, am I correct?
Correct.
So what happens? How do we get, how does a married couple end up here before me in paternity court?
Honestly, we always had a rocky relationship. 10 years, separated numerous times, mostly because of me. I was always in the streets. This was like a normal thing, being in the street, being gone, you know, dealing with other women. It was always, I never really cared the way I should, you know. After we lost our child, I just didn't like take heed to it. I just kept drilling. Just doing what I wanted to do. I just never took her feelings into consideration. So, honestly, I can say that I played a big part in us being here today.
Okay.
But
Mostly I'll do, you know, 'cause- So I appreciate the honesty. I'm gonna say that first off. I may not appreciate the behavior, but I appreciate the honesty. When you mess everything up, you gotta be man enough to say, you know what? A lot of the reason why we're here is because of me. We may have to examine what Ms. Johnson did, because unfortunately we're in paternity court, so that's what we're gonna have to do. But I like the fact that as a man, you stood here and said, I helped make this mess. So Ms. Johnson, your husband's testified, and a lot of the reason why you got to this point is because of him. What happened?
When we first separated, it was just because of infidelity. Finding numbers in his phone, finding pictures, like all types of stuff just was happening. It felt like he didn't care. Like I find it for that moment, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, but then he go right back to doing it. So, I mean, I lived.
a lot of it was like, she was
That's what
like
I'm
an
saying.
artist. So, I deal with a lot of women.
But you don't have to be, oh, leave you for what you doing, leave me upstairs, you know, stuff like that. That's not
At
it.
that moment, I felt that's what was needed.
I feel like it don't take off. It don't take off.
Well, this is actually a really good moment and a relationship lesson that many of us can learn. Because a lot of people work in businesses where they work predominantly with the opposite sex. And it's not easy. Because what you tend to do is cross that line. Because it's very easy for that initial flirtation to turn into a lot more and destroy your family and your home, which is what it's doing.
I mean, it actually sometimes it did turn into a sometimes it did.
Yep. Oh, I know it did.
That's why we feud a lot. That's why we always break up.
So how long did the separation last?
About a year.
A year. All right, what happened?
Me losing my child, you know, having a miscarriage, I feel like I did it by myself. Like I went through the pain, the crying, everything by myself. Like he wasn't there. So I feel like ain't no sense in me being in the house.
It was just like, for me, it was more or less, I didn't feel like a man when I was around her. She never addressed me enough to make me feel like a man. I feel like I was,
addressing too many other women. So
I felt like I support.
I stopped it.
Don't say you didn't feel like a man, because I always say, if you a man, you feel like a man. A woman can't make you feel or not make you feel like a man. A man is a man. Now, I will say this, if you felt like you were giving and you weren't getting reciprocity and that pulled you out of the house, that happens in relationships all the time. I get that. So you separate for a whole year. What happens during the separation?
But during the separation, I just was.
Just doing her and I was doing me, and we weren't planning on getting back together.
And so you were out dating
Dating.
and having sex, and you were with multiple people, one
Just one
person,
person.
with one person. And so, Mr. Johnson, after a year apart, how do you get back together?
I don't know what type of change of heart she had. She just wanted to come over. We cooked, we had family dinner, family movie night, and one thing led to the next.
I just don't have my kids reacted to it, so that's what made me want to go back.
Because I the excitement, we celebrated, talked about it. You know, I mean, that was like the best time for me. Like, but here comes a week or so later, and she's like, I got something to tell you.
And what did she say?
She said, it's possible. I said, just be honest. Is it possible? She was like, yeah, it is possible. That someone else may be father. I just kind of like lost all everything. Because all I asked was a simple question, and I just didn't get that answer. So, it's kind of hard.
So you do admit, Ms. Johnson, that you had unprotected sex with this other man?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then when you reconciled with your husband, you had unprotected sex with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I didn't know who my baby's father was, but I didn't know when I got pregnant, like what day I got pregnant. And I was going back to him so fast after being with somebody else, it was scary.
Did you ever tell the other man that he potentially could be the father?
Yes, Your Honor.
What was his response?
He just said, well, in the beginning it was like, I'll be there, but like if she's mine, I'll be there. But then after she was born, I asked him to come to the hospital. Said, I must have doubts, or I must feel like it's his, and I was going like it was ridiculous for him to come.
So let me ask you something. When did you two reconnect? Can you tell me specifically when that was?
June 20th.
All right. I just want to do a little calculating myself. I have a conception calculator here. When was Diari born?
She was born on the 10th of this month.
All right, March 10th. So if we put the birth date of March 10th, 2019 and hit calculate, it says the window of conception would be June 15th through June 19th. Now let me go to the next page. So that would put the date of intercourse between June 12th and June 18th. Were you all back together then?
That's why I feel the way I feel. Like, no matter how you
And that's
feel.
why you are asking this court to grant this test.
Yes.
Well, after hearing the testimony presented before me today, this court has determined that there is sufficient evidence to order paternity testing in this case. We will reconvene after both of you submit to DNA testing done by our laboratory, and I will have the results for you then. In addition, because you all are married and you have a family with other children, I'm gonna send you off to the laboratory, but first I'm gonna send you to talk to Dr. Jeff. Because I believe it is important that you all begin to do the work. You still married. I don't want to see this family destroyed. And I want you to be prepared. Court adjourned.
And you think you can accept the fact that your wife was with someone else?
But I kind of accepted it, but it's still kind of hard.
One thing I would say to the two of you, get yourselves ready for this result.
Court is back in session in case of Johnson versus Johnson. In our earlier hearing, I found that there was sufficient evidence to order both of you to submit to DNA testing in our laboratory since our last hearing. What has gone through your mind?
No matter what the outcome is, I just want to be able to deal with it. That's all.
How about you, Ms. Johnson?
I've been nervous, kind of scared. Just don't know what to feel like, to be honest.
So if your husband is not Diari's biological father, do you know where the other father is?
Yes, not.
Has he expressed at all his willingness to be a part of Diari's life?
Just in the beginning, I hadn't really spoken on like during my pregnancy or after this.
Okay. Dr. Jeff, I'd like to ask you, because this is a very difficult situation, and we have a family. How do people prepare themselves for news that could devastate the fabric of their family?
Well, I think it's important for them, and we had spoken about this, to look at some of talked with them a few days ago about the death of their child. She had a miscarriage. Mrs. Johnson had a miscarriage. And so I followed up on that cue and found out that Mr. Johnson had not dealt with that miscarriage. Instead, it almost propelled him, if you will, into that separation and acting out sexually. He cried and he started working through it. And I think it will deliver them in a place just for you, Judge, where whatever this result is, I hope they'll be able to handle it.
Well, I am here and I have the results. But as you do with every family that walks out of this courtroom with good or bad results, however they perceive it, you're there for them. And you're going to be there for the Johnsons as well. You're going to meet with them again, no matter what the results are. He's going to work with you and he's going to help give you the tools and help you identify the steps you need to take to keep your family together. All right? Are you ready for the results?
Yes, Sean.
Jerome, may I have the envelope? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Johnson versus Johnson, when it comes to 12-day-old Diari Johnson, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Johnson, you are the father.
Wow.
My nerves were shot, honey. I was like, woo! I'm so happy for you all. Woo!
Right?
Right?
Right.
Mr. Johnson, you have one beautiful smile. I haven't seen it all. Been with you for 2 days. I ain't seen it. I'm so happy. And you too. I haven't seen you smile either.
Oh,
Well, what a relief it is.
man.
We got that truth. And you're blessed. It's the truth you wanted.
Yes, yes.
Shop Fall Styles simply. Extendable dining pieces ensure you always have extra space when you need it. Then when it's time to kick back, sink into a comfy section altogether. Ashley has everything you need to make lasting family memories.
Miss Fisher, you're here to prove that Mr. Stewart is your daughter's legal biological father. You state that your daughter has a serious medical condition, and it is imperative that you know the father's medical history. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Stewart, you claim that Miss Fisher was with multiple partners during the window of conception, and you have the proof. You state that Miss Fisher is trying to spin her baby on you because she knows you are a good father. All right, so Miss Fisher, why are you here today?
I'm here to just find out who is my daughter's biological father for a simple fact. It's fair for her to know. I don't want her to grow up without me. And I also want to be able to know if something goes wrong with her. I want to be able to know what I can do to help her.
You brought this action, so you're here to prove that Mr. Stewart is your child's biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why do you believe he's the biological father?
Because at the time my baby was conceived, that's why I was having a sexual relationship.
Take me back. What's the nature of this relationship?
Just a sexual relationship, girl.
Okay, so that's enough to make a baby. Did you use protection?
first time, yes. It's
You tell her, right?
come on now. A week after we started messing around, you know, she come out, she showed me a pregnancy test. Like, I'm like, it's not my baby.
So a week after you all started having sexual relationships, she brings you a pregnancy test and says she's pregnant?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
So you don't believe you're the father of her child?
No, Your Honor.
Miss Fisher, tell me what happened.
Well, I woke up one morning, I wasn't feeling well, and I've been pregnant before, so I pretty much knew before I took the test I was pregnant.
And you immediately said, Mr. Stewart, this is your
I showed it to him, his first reaction, it ain't mine.
That's what he said.
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
That is not the pattern you look for.
After 1 week of relationship, it's not his, right?
He says it's now mine. And then what do you say?
I just really just roll with it, y'all, because I mean, at the end of the day, I got 2 other kids. I don't have time to be begging no man to step up and be a man.
After this is over, did the relationship continue?
Yes, he was just at my house like a week and a half ago.
Oh.
I mean, I got bored.
You got bored. When you get bored, you go over Miss Fisher's house and have unprotected sex?
Sometimes.
That's smart.
She told me I know not that I wasn't a baby father.
Explain.
She showed me the pregnancy test on the phone. I was like, I don't know what you're showing me, but it ain't mine. I wasn't showing it. I wasn't showing it to you for that reason. I was showing it to you because you kind of still mess around with me when I started getting big. I want you to at least know what's going on. So, you know, okay, things go on. We kind of lost touch for about 3-4 months. Then we started back talking, you know what I'm saying, like when she had the baby or whatever. And now, she's my baby dad. You know, this is the first time I never really heard of it. She ain't even nothing like that.
Were you around during the pregnancy?
No.
Did you go to doctor's appointment?
No, Your Honor. I was in
And still, she's still sleeping with him.
Miss Fisher, when you gave
These
birth,
women, they need to
Mr.
flog
Stewart
him.
wasn't there, right? Did you call the baby's here?
No, ma'am. He played a lot of games, and I'm really fed up with his game, so.
Not too fed up, he was over a week and a half ago.
Exactly.
You like this game playing? Mr. Stewart, in your court papers, you stated you knew for certain that Miss Fisher was sleeping with other men.
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you know and how do you know?
Well, she named another potential